SDCC 2017, who are the new characters of Ant-Man and the Wasp? Ant-Man and the Wasp started shooting last month, then it will be released in theaters within a year. The director of the first and subsequent sequel, Peyton Reed, said that in this one, things never seen in a film will be discussed. Promising. At Comic-Con in San Diego, Marvel Studios announced that 2 actors were joining the main cast, Michelle Pfeiffer and Laurence Fishburne. A Time Catwoman, Batman Returns, Michelle Pfeiffer will interpret here Janet Van Dyne. This is the wife of Hank Pym, Michael Douglas, and especially the first Wasp. In Ant-Man, we learned that she went into subatomic mode during a mission with her husband. To prevent a third world war, the Wasp has, shrunk, so as to penetrate and disarm a Soviet missile. However, her heroic act saw her lose in the quantum field. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, there would be a primary 2 possibilities to see the character. The first would be simply during a flashback, thus attesting to his death. The second would be to get it out of this quantum field, if it is trapped in it. The solution could also come from his son-in-law, the delusional Scott Lang aka Ant-Man. Laurence Fishburne, from DC Comics to Marvel, interprets Perry White in the DC Extended Universe, Man of Steel, BVS. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, he will play Dr. Bill Foster. In the comics, he is assistant of Tony Stark and Hank Pym and takes the particles of Giant Man to become Goliath. Like Giant Man, Goliath can become a giant, which increases his strength and resistance. In addition to the main distribution confirmed for this suite, the roles of the newcomers were unveiled. So, Walton Goggins will play Sonny Birch, while Hannah John Carmen will be Dawn. The first is the president of Cross Technologies and Comics. The Darren Cross Company, Corey Stoll, which became Yellow Jacket in Ant-Man. The character is rather related to Iron Man in comics. With a name such as that of Goggins to the distribution, one can suppose that the studios Marvel have of the continuation in the ideas for the character. Finally, John Carmen will be the charismatic, eccentric, unpredictable and rich Dawn. Star would be his last name. In this case, she would be affiliated with the Lighthouse Star, one of the classic villains of Ant-Man in comics. Also known as Egghead in French, the actress could play a member of the Star family. Unless the Marvel Studios try to confuse the tracks by revealing Carmen as Victoria, a new character in this sequel, apparently a love conquest of Louis, Michael Pena. And so, Walton Goggins could play Egghead. Role in which I see it well. Distribution of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Paul Rudd, Clueless, 40 years old, and Evangeline Lilly, Lost, Real Steel, return to perform Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne, respectively Ant-Man and the Wasp. Michael Douglas, Conspiracy, Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, as Hank Pym and Michelle Pfeiffer, The Crime of the Orient Express, Mother. In the role of his wife, Janet Van Dyne. Also back, Michael Pena, End of Watch, Seul on Mars, in the role of Louis. David Dastmalchian, The Flash, The Dark Knight, in that of Kurt and T. Fast and Furious 6, Very Bad Trip, Dave. But also Judy Greer, Jurassic World, 30 Years If Not Nothing, in the role of Peggy Ray Language Bobby Cannavale, Vinyl, Annie, as Jim Paxton. And Abby Ryder Fiston, Togetherness, Forever My Girl, who plays the small Cassandra Language. In addition, Laurence Fishburne, Matrix, Man of Steel, plays Bill Foster. Helen John Carmen, Tomb Raider, Black Mirror, to endorse Dawn. Walton Goggins, The 8 Bastards, Django, will be Sonny Birch. Finally, Randall Park, Interview That Kills, Trainwreck, will be Jimmy Woo, an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the comics. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, Hope Van Dyne finally has the opportunity to put on the Wasp costume. In addition, Scott Lang is from Captain America, Civil War, where, following his exploits of Giant Man, he found himself a prisoner of the raft. Will Steve Rogers release him from Avengers, Infinity War, out before Ant-Man 2? In any case, it can be assumed that his little Cassie and his ex-wife Peg will have learned it. Scott is still going to have to redeem himself. Peyton Reed, Yes Man, American Girls, is the realization of this suite which will be released next July. Ant-Man and the Wasp is written by Andrew Bala and Gabriel Ferrer. Transformers, The Last Night, based on a screenplay by Adam McKay, The Big Short, and Paul Rudd,